Alright, I know it was a week later, but I just returned home from watching Return to Silent Hill, and I kind of guessed it was gonna be bad. Didn't expect it to be worse than I thought it would be. It's basically like, oh, here's Silent Hill 2 references, like basically bang in your face, like Brookhaven Hospital, like the apartments, things like that. Oh, here's the characters, here's like references all over the place. The writing wasn't that great. I think the only good thing going for it was the soundtrack, and that was about it. Um, I wasn't keen on it. I kind of knew it wasn't going to be like a great thing. I mean, you got to remember, and Christopher Gans. I think he's the one that made it. He made the original Silent Hill movie, like the first one. That was great. I enjoyed that one. And then another director decided to make Silent Hill 3 into a film, and that was absolutely terrible. And this one, I think this one's worse than this Silent Hill 3 film. Yeah, it's like it wasn't, it was not good. It was not good. The pacing was a bit all over the place. There was a new side plot where um, Mary was the adoptive daughter of this cult leader, and that's how she got ill. It's like, that doesn't happen in the game. In the game, she has a terminal illness, and it's not really explained, but we can gather it's some sort of cancer. But in the film, not in this film, it's like, oh, she was involved in a ritual and she had to drink this stuff, and it made her bad. It's like, you didn't need to put that side plot in there. You could have just say, oh, it's a terminal illness. Like, really faithful to the game. The game, especially the Blooper Team remake of Silent Hill 2, was absolutely brilliant. I loved that game. But I think this film kind of spoils it a little bit. It wasn't that good. Um, there was like a few bits and pieces that didn't really make much sense. Like in the game, like James Sunderland, yes, he liked a bit of drink, but like yeah, in this one it basically fleshes that out. Like he gets drunk in the Havens night bar, and he has a fight and gets kicked out. And like in the meantime, like his therapist is trying to call him, that sort of thing. Like in the game, there's no therapist in the game, but I suppose this one they're trying to like give it more of a backstory sort of thing rather than just like push it through. Um, yeah, it is like there's some bits that I didn't mind, but most of it wasn't that great. And yes, I knew this film wasn't going to be great due to like the critics and the actual people giving reviews on it. So I knew it wasn't going to be like the fantastic film that everyone expected. But I'm a fan of the Silent Hill series, the games, so of course I'll be seeing the film based on the series. Just like the Resident Evil films, I've seen every single one of them, including the CGI ones and the CGI series on Netflix when it came out. Even the bad films like Welcome to Raccoon City and the Resident Evil series on Netflix, like the live action one, which was so bad it was cancelled after one season. um, like there's a few there's a few bits that were rushed. I understand, yes, you got to get under like the time frame, that sort of thing, but you only see Eddie for like a couple of scenes in the apartments. You do not see him again for the rest of the film. Like there's no like fight against Eddie in the prison area. In fact, the prison and then the historical society absolutely absent from this film. It's like absolute zero. So they kind of messed up not having a prison, which was a important thing in there. The boss battles were not really fights; they were just basically enemy appearances, and James essentially gets like knocked out and more or less, and it doesn't really show much after that with the actual like enemy boss fights, which is like these is meant to be an important part of the game, and you're like glossing over them. So it's like no, including Anglia's one, Anglia, which she's meant to be a very important character in the game. I mean, she has a very tragic backstory with all this like abuse from her father and brother. Yes, it did show the I can't remember what they call it in the game, but it's essentially a manifestation of her father pinning someone down on a bed in attempting to essay them, and they're like tied with skin down, so obviously the victim can't move. And there was essentially a like 30-second scene of the enemy, and it was over. It was like you could have made that a little bit better than that. It's like it wasn't. It didn't really give that much impact. That whole scene, and like the ending. Well, to be fair, the end the ending was the I ended up getting that ending first try on playing through the game. I don't know how I got that ending, but it's the in water ending where obviously James commits suicide in the lake. Yeah, yeah. And then like right at the end, it basically like shows James from the beginning meeting with Mary again and going on their merry way, which is like I suppose that's giving the impression that it's all in his head sort of thing, and he has to relive his relationship in his head with Mary all the time. But yeah, it was all over the place. Like, yes, Laura was in it. She didn't really make that much appearances, even though she didn't really make that much appearances in the game. But she had a bit of a prominent role in it. Also, fun fact: the girl that plays Laura in it was the same girl that voice acted and mocapped Laura in the Silent Hill 2 remake game. So that's actually a nice touch. I believe she also starred in the second series of Wednesday as oh god, I can't remember, the girl with red hair that can turn invisible. Agnes, not Agnes. Yeah, it was Agnes, wasn't it? I can't remember her name. But yeah, that was a fun factory, wasn't it? It right. I'm not going to say it's the absolute worst film I've ever seen, because I've seen worse. But from someone that's played the hell out of the Silent Hill games, it wasn't to my liking. I didn't really enjoy it that much. It wasn't that great. Like, I think the writing kind of lets it down, and also there's too much green screen work and way too much CGI. It needed to be more practical. I think it would have been a lot better, and you could see it was bad CGI as well for the monsters, and that it wasn't that great for the special effects moments in it. But yeah, that'd be it for today's video. I'm going to get this out early Monday, hopefully. Tomorrow or Sunday, yesterday, there will be two videos. Well, would have been two videos that would have been uploaded by now. The weekly recap in the evening, and a Daryl Dixon season 3 review in the afternoon. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Tonight I'll be having a February update, and tomorrow will be another Silent Hill game file reading. I think Homecoming I'm doing this time. Hope you've enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.